Okay, lovely. So I'm going to come on here and do a couple different reviews. So I actually read a total of like 4 or 5 books just this year long. Keep in mind, it's only the fourth. I know, but I was off work, so I did read shorter books. They wasn't really long. The longest one was Manacled, and if you'll go to the video before this, you'll see that. That was my longest book, and it was like 800 pages. However, I say that this book right here, Little Women, is 816. So I don't know if they're really little, but this is a reread for me. If you know anything about me, I collect Little Women books of all sorts. I love all Little Women books. So the only thing I don't have is a first edition still, but first edition is in 2 different books, but whole nother thing. I do collect. If I see a Little Women that I don't have, I pick it up. Doesn't matter if it's a children's Little Women or this one. So if you have not read Little Women, go read it. It is the best classic book ever. I have to say that just because this one I'm partial to, but I do like Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice. I do like all of those as well, but this one holds a special place in my heart. And the reason is that is because it's about 4 sisters who go about life and trying to find their way through life, but being respectful about it, knowing when to hold it and when to fold it. And their mom and dad teach them very great values. They have to learn to not be spoiled. They have to learn that they have to take things and don't take it for granted, because not every time that it's there is going to be there. So if you have not read this book, you need to. Then you need to go watch a movie about it. The only movie that is very close to it is the 1994 movie. The 2020 or 23, that one's really good. It's just not close to it. The 1921 is very close, but it's in black and white. So if you like black and white, by all means read it. But the 1994 one is the closest one to this book. So Winona Ryder did very well in that one, along with Kristen Dunst, and there's a couple other ones that you may know in there. I think the guy, I cannot think of his name, but he's Batman. Um, and his name is Christian Bale. So, if you haven't read it, go read it. Well worth it. 5 out of 5 stars. I've reread this book so many times it's not even funny. However, be careful with the book. So, this book only has 200 pages. The actual book is 816 pages, not 203 pages or 400 pages. But the reason this one's less is because it probably was, I guess, bought less out of it. So, if you want to read the actual story, it's 816 pages. It's well worth it. So go read it. The other one I want to tell you about, and I did read this after Christmas and watched the Hallmark movie that went with it. They were very similar. There was a lot of things that I loved about both, and there was some things that I was like, well, that it wasn't really needed, I don't guess. But that's okay. It was a really cute book, really short book. It was really worth the read. And it's by Anne-Marie Meyer, and it's called Christmas Land. So the book that was put into a movie, it is not called Christmas Land. I cannot remember the name of it, but I'll see if I can get it and tag it below. This was such a really cute Hallmark read. It's about 2 people who come from the city, that were considered Grinches around Christmas, and they fall in love in this town called Christmas Land. Their mother is the innkeeper at the North Pole, which is their inn there. And of course, everybody plays that part in the land, and her friend gets a giveaway to be able to go there and experience Christmas Land. So she drags her friend, who is the Grinch, with her, and she finds out that Christmas really is magical.